Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty interesting things to go over. A leaker has claimed that we're going to be seeing some sort of Pokemon news on the 8th of August. We also have some other things to go over as well and break down. There's a lot of things to take a look at today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over this latest potential leak about when we're next going to be seeing some Pokemon news. So we have Light here tweeting out, who is not the leaker by the way, saying 8th of August, here we go. Hashtag Pokemon Presents. They then go on to say, source is our beloved, I'm not sure how to pronounce their Twitter username, but it's basically Amy at Japan. Anyway, she did not say Pokemon Presents. So this is kind of like, I guess, just basically making a guess or an estimate that we are going to be seeing a presents, and that is what Amy at Japan is referring to. But this is what she actually tweeted out. She said, who wants to bet on August the 8th? Now, this is I think it's a Thursday, which again is a notable day for when a Pokemon Presents can drop, usually Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. So that obviously checks out. The thing about Amy at Japan is their track record is a little bit all over the place. They've gotten a lot of things right in the past, but they've also gotten a lot of things very, very wrong. You know, they have posted random dates in the past, which turned out to be nothing. They posted random dates in the past, which turned out to be to do with Pokemon, but nothing to do with the game and stuff. And she doesn't even say anything about anything here. She just says who wants to bet on August the 8th, kind of implying that something is obviously going to happen on that date. Like, why else would she just randomly say August the 8th? So she's implying something is going to be happening on this date. She doesn't say what though. Like I say, it's most likely, if it's going to be anything to do with the games, it would be a Presents, because we usually get Pokemon Presents in August, and as well as that is very close to Worlds as well. I think Worlds goes this year from, I think it's the 16th to the 18th, so this would be the week prior to that. Which again is usually the situation we have with Pokemon Presents and Worlds and stuff like that. We have people in the comments saying, you know, it has to be on the 7th and stuff like that. So I don't know where they got this information from. They don't seem to have a source or anything. Like, as long as they've been on Twitter, they haven't really said they've had like a source or anything. They've just kind of posted random things. So I don't know where they've got this information from. We don't even know if we're gonna get a Pokemon Presents in August this year, because of the whole kind of situation with Pokemon right now. You know, we're most likely getting nothing this game apart from Pokemon Pocket. So do they even really need a Presents to just showcase a bit of that? We might get some Legends EA news as well in it. You'd expect that. But yeah, this is this person basically saying August the 8th. You know, who wants to bet on this day? Again, Light thinks it's going to be a Pokemon Presents. It could be that. It could be just anything random. It could be like something to do with a movie or music or anything. They don't explicitly here say anything about it being a game. It just makes sense it'd be a Presents, because that's usually when the Presents drop. If we actually go to when we've had Pokemon Presents in the past, so this is when they started back in 2020. I mean, they originally started with Pokemon Directs, so obviously these were all over the place. So like January the 8th, 2013, September the 4th, 2013, February the 26th, which is obviously Pokemon Day. This is when they start kind of doing like Pokemon Day ones. And then June the 6th, 2017, February the 27th, 2019, June the 5th, 2019, January the 9th, 2020. And then obviously they started kind of turning them into Pokemon Presents, which is obviously when they started in 2020. So we had June the 17th, Pokemon Presents. We also had one June the 24th, which was a Pokemon Presents. Now that was the whole Pokemon Unite situation as well, which is why they kind of turned it into Pokemon Presents, because they decided instead of just doing the games, they were going to cover everything in Presents. So, you know, to do with Trading Card, game, anime, mobile games, stuff like that. Obviously, the main series games, just kind of pop it all into a Pokemon kind of presentation. And then obviously, February 26th, 2021, we got one. August the 18th, 2021, we got one. Obviously, February 27th, Pokemon Day. And then on August the 3rd, we got one. And then obviously last year we got one on February the 27th, Pokemon Day, and then also we got one on the 8th of August last year as well. So they're going to do the exact same date twice in a row, who knows? But obviously we had our February 27th, 2024 Pokemon Presents as well. So as you can see from the track record, the last few years, 2021 to 2023, we have had an August Presents. Before then it was June. Obviously we're not getting a Presents in June this year because we're now in July. So if we're not going to get one in June, you'd like to think that we're going to get one in August. And that's just literally what's happened in the past with Pokemon Presents. So like I say, we don't really know what's happening. Riddler is being very kind of stagnant about like information and news and stuff, and they haven't really said when we're going to get anything. They just said later this year, but they said that like a month ago or something, and August is later this year. Like I say, we always get something in August. from the last few years, and then we also get something at Worlds as well. And again, I don't know why they clump all of that information together. I don't know why they just don't drop a trailer in like June and then get some more information in Worlds. Like, why just drop loads in August when they could just branch out a little bit? But either way, you know, it's next month. It's not like we have to wait very long. It's nearly a month today until that Pokemon Presents, or the 8th of August or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm on the fence about it. I don't know if we're even going to get any news. I'd like to think we're going to, because, you know, Pokemon is as dry as it's ever been right now. And they do still need to give us the release date for Pokemon Pocket and stuff like that. They did say that's coming out in 2024. We've had nothing about that since February. We're now in July. If we do not get anything until August, then, you know, we've not got many months left of the year for 2024. So, I honestly think we'll get a Presents in August. And then we might get like the reveal date or the release date for Pokemon Pocket to be like September, a Legends EA trailer, some other mobile stuff as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get one, you know, because obviously we're most likely not going to get anything this year. So I would also not be surprised either. But either way, that's that kind of like information there about what this potential leaker is saying. Like I say, the track record is all over the place with aiming at Japan. I'm just giving you guys the news. You can choose to believe it or not. They don't out and out say anything is happening. They just says who wants to bet on August the 8th. You know, just saying that random date would imply that something is happening. But again, their track record is all over the place. I don't know if they tweeted anything else out either. They said August the 3rd back in 2022, and I don't know if anything happened on that date. And then obviously she spoke about this as well, where Riddler was talking about interesting goods, and then she said it was obviously about kind of stuffed Pokemon and stuff like that, which again hasn't turned out to be true yet, but we know it's, you know, we know Riddler wasn't talking about a game there. So like I say, who knows where they get this information from, but either way, they are saying that potentially something's going to be happening on the August the 8th. So make of that what you will. We do also have this kind of like thread to go over as well from Game Rank, kind of talking about when we're going to expect more Legends EA news. I thought it would be a cool idea to drop this kind of article in this video with all this kind of when we're predicting the next Pokemon Presents and stuff. So this was published a few days ago, and it's titled When to Expect More Pokemon Legends EA News. So they say Pokemon Legends EA was notably absent from the recent June Nintendo Direct. While not entirely unexpected, this has led many people to wonder when the next flood of information could pour in. Pokemon Legends EA has a pretty clear path forward in the near future, unless Game Freak decides to prioritize the game's release date. To people that closely follow the Pokemon series, its absence from the June Nintendo Direct may not have come as that much of a surprise. Pokemon news is often reserved for the periodic release of Pokemon Presents. Precedent dictates that one could be right on the horizon, but if Game Freak breaks precedent, the situation around Pokemon Legends EA grows a little more complicated. And I mean, that's the situation. Like I say, we usually get something every year for Pokemon. This is the first year we're not getting anything, barring Pokemon Pocket, which again, I don't even think you can justify that as something, really. It's just a mobile game. Only not a handful of people will like, but not a lot of people are gonna really be excited about that. Not a lot of people play the Pokemon TCG. A lot of people collect the cards, but the actual TCG game, not a lot of people do play. So I don't think it's going to do that well personally. I hope it does. I'm going to download it. I'm going to try it out because I do like the TCG. I don't know how to play it, so maybe it's going to be a good thing for me. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's to get more people into playing and stuff. But the TCG sales are already ridiculous. I don't think they really need to bother about that too much. But either way, they say Pokemon Legends EA news could be right around the corner, but nothing is confirmed. So Pokemon Presents might be on the horizon. So Pokemon Presents isn't much different from other game showcases, reporting exclusively on Pokemon games and other related media. Pokemon Presents is the primary place Game Freak tends to reveal major information about its current projects. Pokemon Presents broadcast annually on the 27th of February, National Pokemon Day. However, there's one other major window Pokemon tends to receive news during. So Pokemon Presents, similar to its other peers, often likes to release showcases during the summer. Historically, August is prime territory for Pokemon Presents after Pokemon Day. It's usually like a 6-month gap. That's what we've had for the last 3 years, which again isn't that long ago, really. So they could easily change the formula, but that's just what we've been used to in recent times. August is right around the corner, leaving fans with a lot to potentially look forward to. Game Freak could report on any number of spin-offs, but Pokemon Legends EA is the only mainline Pokemon game announced to be in development as of now, so it could be the start of an August presentation. Which again, I honestly don't think it would be. I think this Presents would more so talk about Pokemon Pocket. I think, let's just say the Presents is going to be like 12 minutes long. I generally think it'll be like 6 minutes of Pokemon Pocket. And then like 5 minutes of other mobile games, and then maybe like a little mini trailer of Legends ZA where they might showcase the starters and a tiny bit of gameplay. Because I think if Legends ZA does not come out till late next year, why are they going to show us a lot of stuff now? You know, we're still over a year away from next November, if that's when it's going to come out. Why would they show us anything? You know, really, it makes more sense to not show that much because they haven't really got as much to show. But either way, then goes on to say, Pokemon Legends ZA has a distant release date. So Pokemon Legends ZA has left a lot in the air about its development, and especially about the game itself. This is the main factor driving anticipation for Pokemon Presents in the first place. Pokemon Legends ZA was announced during Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day 2024, and not much else has been said since then. I mean, nothing has been said. Literally, absolutely zero information about Pokemon Legends ZA has come out from Pokemon since it was announced on in that February Presents. Even the game's release date has yet to be made fully clear. However, Pokemon Legends ZA was confirmed to have an intended release sometime next year. Simply setting the release window as 2025 leaves things somewhat vague. For all fans know, Pokemon Legends ZA could end up as a Christmas release. Whatever the case becomes, Pokemon Legends ZA is not going to be released this year, and this might mean it isn't a priority topic for the expected late summer Pokemon Presents. It is completely possible the Game Freak may decide to prioritize other projects it may intend to release this year, such as Pokemon Pocket, because that's the only thing that they are releasing this year in regards to Pokemon. Again, like I say, anything could get announced. If we do get an August Presents, they could very well drop ports, you know, Gen 5 remakes, spin-off, anything like that. Again, it's very, very unlikely, but it could happen. You know, I just cannot see, like, the biggest media franchise in the world just dropping nothing for the Christmas sales. Like, how bad is that going to be for the business? You know, like, they could literally just port games. People would be happy with it. It would literally take them barely any time. They could drop it all in, like, a week, and then everybody would be happy. We'll have stuff to do. You know, if they drop the kind of games with events and stuff like that, like, imagine being able to, like, Shiny Hunt Deoxys and Fire and Leaf Green or Ho-Oh or Lugia or whatever, and it'd just be so easy to port everything. But they just, I don't, they must hate money. Like, they would make so much from it. I just don't understand why they don't do it. It literally makes zero sense. Anyway, Pokemon Legends ZA needs one major update. As much as the game's relatively distant release window requires caution, it could also bode well for at least one detail. A Summer Pokemon Presents could be the perfect place to clarify the game's release date. Game Freak doesn't have to jump the gun on revealing Pokemon Legends ZA's characters, plot, or even Pokemon. That could all be saved for the inevitable Pokemon Presents next February. Now, this is something that I just also wanted to quickly touch on as well. I've spoken about it a little bit, but I think if we do get Presents in August, and they do give us, like, and they don't give us, sorry, they just carry on saying 2025, and they don't say, like, early or late or anything like that. I think it is going to be late 2025. If obviously they say, like, early 2025 or something like that, I don't think they're going to give us an out-and-out release date. I don't think they'll be like, oh, the game's coming out March the 12th, 2025. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be either they'll say early 2025 or they'll just say 2025. I mean, they could say late 2025, but either way, if they just say 2025, it's not going to be early because obviously we're not nearly in 2025, but we're getting closer, and for them to still just say 2025 means, yeah, for me it would just mean later, if that makes sense. They then go on to say Pokemon Legends ZA may not be released for at least a whole year, which could lead to a limited reveal at the next Pokemon Presents rather than a comprehensive showcase. Game Freak may want to sit on a complete reveal until the game is in the best possible state. And since it's only mid-2024 now, the game may still need some work. First impressions are important, especially after backlash towards previous Pokemon reveals. Another thing that a lot of people are thinking is that we didn't see any gameplay because it's going to be for the Switch 2, and they want the Switch 2 to be revealed before they show gameplay on it and stuff, which I don't think is the case. We know it's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. They've already said that. It could also very well be coming out for the Switch 2 as well, but for them to not show gameplay because of the Switch 2, I don't think is a good enough, like, I don't think that's an actual reason. I don't think that really makes sense. Now, when the Switch 2 gets revealed, they might show more gameplay for Legends ZA with it, as the first Pokemon reveal, or as the first Pokemon game on the Switch 2. But yeah, for us to not see any gameplay because of that, I don't think is legit. Revealing a detail like the game's release date could provide plenty of information to feed speculation until a full reveal is ready. That way, plenty of information can be saved for closer to the game's release date while not leaving fans hanging entirely. Most importantly, sharing Pokemon Legends ZA's release date will give fans a better idea of when to expect a major update next. So, yeah, like I say, this, again, it's just kind of going over the idea of an August Presents. A lot of people are expecting it just because of what we've had in recent years and stuff, like I say, with all the stuff that's on Cerebi. So, like I say, we'll have to wait and see. A lot of people think we might get something in July. It could happen. You know, we really don't know. It is just something that this is a really, really weird year for Pokemon. Like I say, we've never really had anything like this before in recent times, where we've had a year so dry. And yeah, maybe they should have just done ports this year. Maybe just announced Legends EA next year. Yeah, the Pokemon Presents in February wouldn't have been as good, but at least it would have given us something to be able to look forward to and play and stuff. Like, people are looking forward to Legends EA, but it's so far away. Like, it might even be over a year still, so it's difficult to look forward to it when, you know, we don't really know anything about it. But anyway, that's all the stuff that I wanted to go for today's video. Like I say, do you think we're going to get a Pokemon Presents in August? Do you think it could be on the 8th? Let me know your thoughts on that. And then also everything else that we covered in today's video as well. Again, it's mainly about this Pokemon Presents. Do you think we're going to get something, or do you think we might just get a little snippet at Worlds and then that's it for this year? Because that very well could happen if we don't get Presents. Could just be like a tiny bit of information at Worlds and then that's it. But anyway, that's everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.